Card, hi. Hopefully I can help you with some of your Mercy plays that I spectated the other day. Probably just gonna go through like a general things for now. A lot of the things I'm gonna say you're probably gonna already know, but yeah, just in case you don't, probably just gonna go through again some just general Mercy tips. So one of the things I noticed first is the positioning. Because I like to think of Mercy as like a survival game. So use like barriers as your advantage, like behind walls, for example. Um, Also, one other thing for Mercy is alt tracking, because your DPS is like going PPPP, right? And you're like the main support. So best way to probably do that is pressing tab a lot and seeing if number one, if they switch heroes, note that out, and number two, if they haven't used alt yet. Um, so I know this in this game that they're gonna have like a Pharah and Junkrat. Like if for a while they haven't used it, then you wanna take note of that. So let's see our comp here. I'm gonna use blue as like a damage boost and yellow as like a healing. Um, so you have whoops, you have two healers here, which is great. And then you have 4 DPS. Again, this is quick play, right? So they're just gonna play whatever. But I'm just gonna pretend this is comp right now. So all three of these heroes, you want a damage boost. That's great. Sombra probably not as so much obvious for obvious reasons, because she's invincible. Farah's obviously great because you can use her both as like an escape tool and damage boost. So again, you always want to be healing if you can, and then damage boost if they're topped up, which you do all the time, which is awesome. And they say thank you, that makes you even happier. Yeah, so I really like how you use your and yeah, one of the this is the first thing that I noticed. So I go through this later in my general tips clips that I recorded. But I see like how you were trying to like fly to someone somewhere there, I'm guessing. But there was like a hero that you already had your beam on behind, so that's why you kind of like flew backwards this way. It's like the second tip for Mercy. Again, I go through this more later in depth, but yeah, I would kind of just have like suggest having that off. Basically, what it does is that you, instead of flying to where you're pointing at in your screen, you fly to where your beam is at. So let's say that someone was critical like over here, for example. You like kind of can shift to them, guardian angel that is. But then you like fly to someone who's beamed. So that's probably something that I look into. But yes, I really like how you use flying heroes as a advantage. Like here with Lucio to fly to. Unfortunately, here you get hacked and die, but not much you can do there. Other than to hide or try and retreat. So again, since Farah hasn't, well, this is still the beginning of the, towards the beginning at least, but since Farah hasn't altered, yeah, she probably has alt there. Junkrat maybe not so much, but since Farah, especially because she's on fire, then I would watch out for her alt. Especially when she's like engaging, you want to like kind of hide between the wall over there on this point. Um, Something to look out for. So yeah, as I said earlier, like positioning was something I noticed. I'm gonna try my best to explain this. So let's say that we're a bird. I can't draw. Anyways. Okay, let's say we're a bird looking down onto the point in bird's eye view. It's like a rectangle, right? And this is a really good map to explain this actually. So there's like three pillars here, right? These pillars here. And then there's like a hiding place on the left side here, right? So as Mercy, you don't have to be like standing like right next to the your teammate. Obviously, you can like kind of be standing here, and how there was like a soldier right here. You can like have your beam, yellow. There we go. Yellow beam, healing beam. Like from the you want to use these like pillars at an advantage, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. And like kind of hide there, especially against projectile heroes like Junkrat. Yeah. Instead of like, because the point kind of the job for capturing the point, or at least like you're like the support, obviously. But thanks, right now we don't have it. But yeah, speaking of jobs, hopefully your job's been going well. It's like super cute how you can like bring your doggies too. Anyways, yeah. So um, I like how you use your ult in this match though to engage into fights and when the enemy team is engaging. So again, the Frau just ulted there, so she obviously doesn't have hers. The soldier, he spawned into the game mid-match, so definitely doesn't have his. And so Junkrat probably has his because it's been a while. Kind of how, you know, in your mind, how you keep track of ults. I really like how your attempt of the ult there. That was a good attempt. Unfortunately, you got booped, but always hide and then make sure that no one's around and then at res. At least for when, you know, you don't have Valk, that is. If you're Valking, then it's more, you know, safe to res. But I really like how you took advantage of the dragon here, actually. Always take advantage of like your friendly ults to res. This fly was pretty risky. Again, Mercy's like a survival hero, so yeah, because especially against Junkrat, you can kill him when you're like falking. At least like find him and well, that's something that I like to do. Mainly Junkrats and Frost because they're standing still, right? Because if someone from your team dies, then it's like you have res, right? So it's not gonna really do much. In a way, technically, instead of like, you know, having you guys both die. So we got a Winston towards the end there. That's awesome. Now we have a Mei. My quality isn't the for video recording and stuff isn't the still the best because of my computer, but hopefully it's been helping you. Yes. So with Winston, again, you wanna like when he jumps into the enemy team, you wanna like kind of jump with him, because not only one, it gives you a high ground. Well, like, you know, like as in like a higher altitude, and it kind of like heals your divers too. Especially because you only have one tank at the moment, I believe. Uh, that probably could have been reasonable with the support of the ice wall, but that's unfortunate. Um, yes, so far makes things more complicated, obviously, but yes, I really like the use of the ult. Um, but again, like the similar to the last map. There's a hole there. There's hiding spot here, hiding spot here. So what I like to do on this map is kind of like stand over here. If we have the point, maybe like even stand over here, and you can have like your beam, like pointing this way, pointing out this way, and you can like kind of still heal the team again because you don't have to be like right next to the hero to heal. Wait, what did I just say? Heal the teammate right next to them. Um. Anyways, especially because they have a Pharah, right? Yep. Right now, probably because like this is still what I'm trying to work on. But see, because we have, if we see here at the kill feed, 4 of our teammates died, so probably better to kind of either die or reset with the team. So that obviously you're not left with just Winston and you, and with one other. But yes, falking and then pulling out your pistol to kill an alting far is like a great time to use it. Especially because she says justice raining from above, so she never expects a pistol from even higher ground. That Hammond is just kind of staying there. Interesting. Since this like the final push, as in like, you know, they have 99, you kind of just have to clutch it. So that's like a do or die situation kind of res, pretty much. Unfortunate match, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, like I said, there's like a couple other things, like just some general tips that I'll show you in the training range. Alright, so here's just a couple of more general Mercy tips. One of the best ones with Mercy that you can do, it's been in the game for a while now, but if you press Control Shift and Space, again, whichever keys you are using, but Control Shift and then Space as you know, when you get near the teammate, then there's this thing called a super jump where you can do it. It's been in the game for a while now, but here it goes. I'm trying to demonstrate it. There we go. And then you can go on to like other ledges, like up there, up there, up there. It's really useful for maps like Anubis and, let's see, Hanamura, Gibraltar, where there's like high ledges that you can go on, and you can still heal your teammates from up there. Probably not on this map, obviously, but Gibraltar, really good example of this is on point C, where you can get on top of the, you know, where like the spaceship is, and you can heal your teammates from there. Obviously, to make it harder for your enemies to shoot at you, because Mercy is a survival game. Another tip: if you press Shift, this is just me pressing Shift here to my teammate or the bot here, but if you press Shift and Space when you get near the bot, then you fly a lot further. Again, these are just general tips. I don't know how much you know about this, but these are just things I've caught up as I've been playing Mercy. Couple other things. If you go into Mercy specific settings here, and then there's 3 specific settings that are really useful to go on or off. The first and third are mostly your personal preference. I like to keep this toggle beam connection on. Basically what it does is if you have your beam on your teammate, and when you let go of your mouse, then you still have the beam on your teammate. Whereas if you have this on off, then when you are healing your teammate and you let go of your mouse, then it let goes of the beam. I like to have this on because then, you know, it like makes sure that you're always doing something at all times during a game, because Overwatch milliseconds do matter. And then you don't have to worry about, having to hold on to your mouse. So again, that's just mostly personal preference. This second one is not really personal preference. I would definitely suggest to have this on off. Basically, what it does is if you... Okay, let's start this with on. And if you are healing a teammate, let's say you're healing this person here, and then you, out of the corner of your eye, you see like this person here is getting low on HP, right? So you want to fly to them, but instead it flies to this person here. So when you have this on off, then even when you're healing this person here and you see that they're low, then you can fly to them instead. And rest them, of course. And then this third one is mostly personal preference. Once again, basically, if you have this on, then when you press shift to a teammate, then you don't have to hold shift on the other setting on off. Whereas on off, when you press shift, then you have to kind of hold shift in order to fully fly to your teammate. Again, that's just mostly personal preference. And there's a couple sensitivity options here where you can mess around in the training range as well, and then you can change it based on your preference. Sensitivity for Mercy, I really like to keep it higher than other heroes, like for example Genji, because you barely use your pistol. Like most of the time you're using your beam, obviously, right? So you want to look around, see where your teammates are, and heal and boost as necessary. Again, these are just general tips, so hopefully that helps.